Old-timers are beginning to draw the parallel. The Tiger Cubs of 1967 and the young men of 1995. Nearly 30 years ago, kids like Royce Hart and Kevin Bartlett, Dick Clay and Francis Burke were setting the stage for one of the great Richmond dynasties. Under Tom Hafey, they won 4 flags in 7 seasons. Now the sons of some of those legendary Tigers have propelled the club to its best start to a year since 1920. Youngsters like Matthew Richardson and David Burke. Tonight, they meet Adelaide, a side they have beaten only once in 6 attempts. From the Melbourne Cricket Ground, Richmond and Adelaide on Friday nights football.
Richmond going for their 7th consecutive win. That they'll have to beat this team, the Adelaide Crows, who've won 3 out of their last 4. Their form's not too bad. And the Tigers have come out. What a distinctive group of fans they have. What excitement in town in Melbourne when Richmond are going well, and boy are they going well at the moment. A good crowd here. The rain has started to set in though, unfortunately. We've had 3 days predicted of rain in Melbourne over the weekend, but the crowd building up to around about 30,000.
The 1995 AFL Premiership season, brought to you by Mitsubishi Motors Australia, Qantas, McDonald's, Mobil, Carlton Draft and National Australia Bank.
And welcome Gerard Healy. Big job tonight for Tony Modra, Gerard. In 1993 against the 2 teams, he kicked an aggregate of 23 goals, 10 at the Melbourne Cricket Ground and then 13 in the rematch at Football Park.
Yes, I think Tony has been the missing ingredient. He's certainly been trying hard, but things just haven't gone his way. We do believe he's been struggling with a pinched nerve in his back and getting some hamstring pain. Also reports of a calf strain this week. But if he can recapture just part of that form that we know is sensational, then they'll be a tough mob to beat tonight, the Crows.
4 changes for the Crows. Anderson, Hall, Powell and Rowe have come into the lineup.
Yes, and not Rashudo and Connell having fantastic seasons, but I've picked out 3 key players here. The first one, Tony Modra, as we've just discussed, he must persist with his leads. He is renowned as a big aerialist, but they often don't come when you most need them, and he's got to play the percentages. I think Nigel Smart is the barometer of the Adelaide Crows. When he's going well, so too are they. He may even perhaps play at centre-half forward. Mark Bickley shows a great deal of poise at half-back, but I think the Crows miss his influence in the middle of the ground.
Here's Richmond's oldest player, Michael Gale, tonight. He's only 28 years of age. They haven't got anyone older. The changes tonight, Bullis, Bauer and Mild. They could miss Greg Deere in the ruck.
Well, I'll definitely miss him. Perhaps Justin Charles will start there, despite Benny Gale being named. They're 3 key players, as you've just seen on screen. Well, I think Matthew Richardson is a moving focal point. He's stamped himself as potentially the next big thing in the AFL. Paul Broderick had perhaps just a little bit of a slow start to the season, but he was in fine fettle last week, and he is one of their key midfielders. And Stuart Edwards, who perhaps isn't all that well known in South Australia, is another up-and-coming tall mobile forward.
He's kicked 12 goals this year in his 6 games. Crow players, Gerard, are changing their boots out on the ground at the moment, with the rain just coming in. Poor old Brisbane didn't have too many to change last Sunday, as we well know. The Crows obviously have come well stocked. We're going to take a break at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Back with the opening bounce after this.